Okay, so I'm gonna start tearing this thing down today. First things I want to do is just like get the downpipe out, super easy, and start pulling the plugs on this side and check out the plugs. See if anything on the plugs, all 8 of them look funny. Start tearing down the rest of this thing and get going, because I have, from my previous 2 6-liters that I popped in this thing, running out of fuel, imagine that, I have spare pistons and rods. So if all I did was hurt a piston and rod, I will probably, if it comes out easy enough and everything looks good, nothing is metal mess or glitter factory, I'll clean stuff up, put the other piston and rod in the damn thing, and then I have a friend who said he would give me a set of ARP head studs. Don't buy any. So I will do those, and I will put brand new head gaskets on. I'll buy LS9s, because I normally tell people to buy the 5.3, 5.7 head gasket, but that's fine for the 368 bore, or 378 bore, I'm sorry, 378 bore. The 6-liter gasket is almost as expensive as an LS9 gasket anyway, and people claim that it's higher quality, so why not try with that? Again, maybe if I had enough fuel, I wouldn't have had an issue at all, but that's, we're past that point now. So if someone's going to give me free head studs, I'm going to try them out, and I'll put brand new head gaskets on, I'll torque everything down nice, put it right back together and hit it. If it looks like that 6-liter in here is going to take more attention, I'll put that 4.8 in, and I'm debating whether I even want to do valve springs. We'll just try it as is. If it needs springs, which usually around 8 or 10 pounds they need springs, or they just blow the springs open. You get lines like this on the dyno. Valve control issues. I'll do springs in the truck. It's not that bad. It's something I'm kicking around if I'm going to use that at all. Obviously, if this is catastrophic and is going to take a while, I think that shorter venue is nicer to get the truck running again, and that if all I need to do is drop a rod in here and drop this shit back in, that is quicker too. So all other decisions aside, whatever is going to get me back on the road the fastest, I'm going to choose for now. Also, I would even kick around buying a complete 400 stroker short block instead of building this one with Mark's stuff too, if I come across something. So obviously I'm not much of a man with a plan. I just go with whatever I got and get running. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm going to start cracking this stuff loose. I'll set up the time lapse to yank some plugs, and then we'll go over the plugs, but that's the start of the teardown. Alright, I pulled all the plugs out and none of them are busted off. Let's see, how close can I focus? Yeah, none of them are broken. So that's a positive. There's still a gap. Obviously I run a pretty tight gap. I don't like excuses. But all of my plugs are intact. So that is a huge positive. So none of the pistons came apart. The heads are probably fine. The valves are probably fine. All that stuff is probably good. So I just wanted to do that quick, rip them out, and then I'll start tearing down. One of the things I hate the most is getting coolant and the fluids out. After that, whew, I can just start blowing everything else apart. But I'm super happy to hear none of the plugs are broken or smashed or even closed up. So, ding! Okay, I got the intake off already, and it's funny, it's amazing to see how clean, after you run, obviously I did not clean up these cylinder heads at all, and when you look inside these intake ports, they are, it's hard to see from this angle. Get more light on them. Let me grab my light. But they are so clean now, it's like they were in a parts washer. Look at them. There's only a little bit of gunk left on those, but trust me, those things were black. So it's neat what an alcohol bath will do for a cylinder head. And heads off, or no, intake's off. So I'll start just slowly ripping away with some more stuff and digging in and get this thing out and see what's going on. But neat update there. Oh yeah, I also, when I disassemble stuff, I like to put it in boxes so nothing goes scattering all over the place. It's a nice handy tip. Just some spare boxes. Look at those 1,000 horsepower coil packs there, 1,000 horsepower intake manifold, what a beast. Anyway, back to this. Okay, here's a quick tip. People are like, how do you get this big ass turbo out of here, get to all the bolts and unalign everything and make sure everything isn't fucked up, and how do you hold it all, and isn't that shit annoying? Well, nice thing is if you have a V-band center section, you can just pop this V-band and slide the whole majority of the turbo out, and then the only thing that's on is the exhaust side, which makes it super easy to get to the bolts on either side, or pull the whole manifold out with this guy attached. So real quick, I gotta pull the drain underneath, and I'll show you how I can just slide the turbo out of the front, pull it right out, and then deal with the other half later. There we go, with the drain on it. Nice and easy. Delivering a baby. Woo! Alright, quick update here. Neat thing. Well, the truck is up since I cut so much of the inner fender out. Look how easy it is to get to all these bolts to take this manifold out. And what I'd like to do is pull the whole, I don't know if I did it before or not, but I want to pull the whole log with the turbine and wastegate attached. So I don't have to redo all the tightening and schmutz and everything else, because that would be super easy. So we will see if it'll come out. My buddy designed it really well. I mean, it drops in, but I don't know if it drops in with the turbo connected, but I don't think it'll be a problem, so we will see. All right, let's see how I do. If you guys don't have one of these Milwaukee 12-volt sidewinders, you need to fucking buy one. I'm not getting paid to say that, but it is like the best. You know what a pain in the ass it is to do this stuff otherwise? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've been here. I'm sure you know this. Oh yeah. Look at that. Right on the ground. Right out. That bitch is heavy. We will crack this pig open and see what we got going inside. Interestingly enough, well, some of you might not find it interesting. It's pretty much what you would expect. My motor spins very easily by hand, and it stops at a certain point. And that is where the bent piston, the rod is bent. The rod's short, so the piston comes down and the counterbalance swings pretty close if you've ever looked at one. Well, the rod is shorter, so the piston's actually hitting the counterbalance on the crank. Smells like that, no? There you go, too. Nice. These guys, hold this. Give me my paper. I put the picture on the side, public page, showing how low utility before laughing about it, and how you're all the way to the machine. I watch. I gotta go to those pins, I was gonna cardboard. These goddamn mess. Better get all of them for. You might anyway. Oh, I guess it's a little weak. Give it a J. Hold up right there. Ooh. We know, oil water, I'm gonna hold. When you want to. You fucking put this down, everything out. It's fucking coming out. Yes, this has very good. Let's try enjoy. That's good. Not hot. Alright. Come on, give your brothers. Hold these fucking heads. You shit everywhere. Hold these line. Alright, grab the hand. Right. Right behind it. Go drop. And Air Force. Goes to that. Hold this. Just fucking chill out. Hang over there. Well, please. Another bottle. Probably half inch. Probably plug it in. Like, automatically charges the battery. Put up on the charging one over there. Stay itself. Get in there. Okay, get the shit out of here. Curious to see my pistons. Survive. That's not wrong. Look at that. Got any pedals? Alright, what I do is I want US postal boxes for shipping shit. Put them in there. You want this battery? See that? Start starting itself. We'll grab the hydrogen. And the 15. Yes, you will. I'm tired. That's what you're doing. I'm charging, so that's just for you too. So sadly, it's going to take time over if I want to. Those are these pedals. So, keep just around. Look in the piston. It's not normal at all. So hopefully, I have like 5 rounds. I'm 6 to another. Whoa! And if I can't shit, I'll run this thing. Keep going. See what I decide. Look at this thing. Weak. All short. Head bolts on your design motor. Look at this. What's the long, two shorts, and shorts? Only pedal jumper is full bolt. Out of the center. That's the long head bolts on the motor. The short head bolt, your motor. Well, heads up. Alright, we're about to this. Let's get the fucking pour out. Something. Ready, kids? Alright. It looks surprisingly good. Smells like ethanol. Check this shit out. Clean. This side is clean. Set that bitch down. Alright. How's the head gasket look? None of the pistons look broken from here. Unless I broke a ringland below it. Yeah, there's a lot of coolant in the deck. Look at how many times I reused these head gaskets. They just look like shit. That's awesome. Haters will say it's photoshopped. Let's try to rotate it a little bit so we don't take a bath. Let's try to get it out on this side. Try keyword. Let's get this guy. And fucking this guy. I really gotta buy one of those pans. I'm an idiot for doing this long. With no pans. No fucking giant engine pan. It's like, why do you hate yourself? Okay, so none of the pistons are broken. That is incredible. At least on this side, right? We got a whole other side. You see it? The whole side. I can be surprised with here. Yeah, I'm going to now. Just pop these in the ice. Whoa, whoa. Chill out. That's it. Half-inch slammer. I'll sell some of these head bolts. If you guys are looking to make a low horsepower car and you don't have head bolts, I got a set right here. Beautiful shitters. No good, right? Making 700-800 tire for 5,500 miles is no good. It's okay in my book. All right, make a mess. Pistons are fine. At least the top again. Cylinder heads, clean. Yeah, I just bent a rod. Unbelievable. Well, we'll see. But I drove it into the fucking garage, like I said. So, we'll flip this guy over and keep going. Look at these beautiful head gaskets. They're nice. A little bit of crust in there. Yeah, that's fine. Anyone want head gaskets? I think after this I might actually put LS9 head gaskets on, and my friend said he would donate me ARP head studs. So, I think it's kind of dumb not to do that since it'll be nearly free. So, okay. I feel like people end up pushing head gaskets out. Anyway, that's people. People just don't really share information. Imagine that. Never really know. Keep it a secret. You're just not fucking things on the Oh yeah. Yeah, oh no, yeah. Yeah. Good. Put it in here. Let it go down. See what it is. Fucking mess. This is great. Unbelievable. See, if it just bent a rod, I almost don't want to upgrade my fuel system because I think it'll just bend a rod again. Oh man, it's like when you're throwing up and you think you're done. I'm good, guys. I'm good. Oh, fucking again. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Enough of that. Still rolling. Still didn't hang up. Huh. What size is that fucking thing? Is this like the 1 inch or something? Oh no, I nailed it. Whoa, I never do that. 15/16, really? Oh yeah, I can run it on with the same thing I put the balancer on with. Alright, let's get this guy out of the way. He hides one of the oil pan bolts. Sweet. That. Roll oil pan bolts. Why not? What's short one? Slug mess. Oh. Alright. Enough fucking around. Guys, stop fucking around. RTV your corner so everything doesn't get covered in oil like this. Wow. Clean again. No marks in the pan that I can see. We're back high. I'm gonna RTV slash. I'm gonna pick up. I'm so clean. Anyway, we're fucking 15 now. 15. So pick up. Careful. She's sensitive. Thanks. In there. Can you more? Nice little nice myself. I have a fresh on there. Does he have a 10, so I did. Okay. Didn't work. What a magical journey. What's the whole roll? I want to record how Always, I'm seeing it. We're, probably another car. We're beer here. Let's, I'm gonna gloves on. So I'm going to smell the whole I'm going to burn my hand, but why today? I thought the fucking beer touch bad, so I'm going to shit on every day. Oh, yeah, let's go the knife. And back. Unbelievable. Let's see where it ends up. Huh. It's hung up right there. Yep. See this scuff? Can you see that? There's a nice, let me see, one of my fingers is clean or something. Let's do this. Ooh. Ooh. That guy right there. So it's like the middle cylinders are rubbing. What am I at? 20 minutes in? Yep. 20 minutes. I'll probably have to cut that down. No one wants to watch this shit that long. And yep. It's that guy right here. It's like let's yank that one first. If I pull that piston and rod out and the motor spins freely, it's only that one. Would be our assumption, right guys? Right? Right guys? I feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't like not having music on. Feels weird. No, I'm gonna see the shit, man. Let's look at myself. Shit everywhere. This will be pretty neat. If it's just one, I mean, I still want to pull all of them and make sure none of my, I gotta make sure none of my pistons, like if they got a little hot, they'll pinch the ring. And that'll give you trouble later, for sure. Kind of trouble you don't want. Amazing how nice it turns over still. Till it just hits the rough patch. How does this bearing look? Pop. Oh my god, it looks brand new. This fucking bearing looks new. This is disgusting. That's 260,000 miles and 1,000 rear wheel of disgustingness. Let me... Yep, she got a bend. All the rings are fine. Bearing is mint. Let me, oh, fuck, I'm all oily. Hold on a second. Roddy McRoderson. Center one is bent. That's all she is. Be running by the weekend, kids. Alright, I got the screen. I can see the screen. Let me glove my fucking butchered hand again. It ripped through my glove. This is exciting. Just a bent rod. Put her back out, ship it. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna fucking cut through this, cut most of this video down. Watch me put on gloves like an idiot. Dudes, look at these rings. They're mint, they spin nice. The piston, it looks mint. It's unbelievable. And you see that? Yeah, you see that? That's pretty clear. So, that's the guy that was rubbing the crank. Down here you can see this? There's a little round concave from rubbing the crank. Unbelievable. What a fighter, Sludge Pup. Seriously, what a beast. Alright. So which one was this? Number 4. Yeah, number 4. I think this is the only one. I can't believe how everything else is fine. Just number 4. Let's see if she spins. Yeah, just one. Well, oil pump's pumping a lot of oil out. Nice. Let's just keep pumping it. Wow. So, I think I'm going to quit for the night. Clean up early, and I'll pull the rest of the rods another time. Looks like one of them is just all old smoky, and that's it. That's incredible. I'm really, I'm pleased with that, guys. I don't know about you.